Hello, Magistrate Shae here, and I want to address some of the questions that I see popping up on the boards from new people year after year. One of the big ones is, how do I dress myself without spending an arm and a leg? And every year, there's a lot of great answers that come up, and it's usually in the form of a lot of different online shops, or Amazon sellers, or my personal favorite, and the one that I always suggest, is thrift shops. So, today, I thought I would take you guys shopping. Today, we are going to Goodwill. So, it is currently roughly the middle of September, and the great thing about September at Goodwill is that's when all the Halloween stuff starts coming out. So, not only do you have the great, usual selection at Goodwill and other thrift shops, but you've got all the costumes coming out now. And if you take your time and, look around, might have to go to a few different shops, you're gonna find some really good stuff. So, come with me. So here we have the shoe section. And most importantly in that shoe section is the boots. Boots are something that you're going to want to pick out on your own, so I didn't buy any on this trip, because you really do want to try them on, walk around in them a little bit. But this is mostly just to show that at Goodwill, or at least at the larger Goodwills, there are going to be plenty of boots in at least the women's section. I didn't make it around to the men's shoe section this time just because I was running out of time. But if you are a man with a smaller foot, odds are pretty good that you will fit into a larger sized woman's boot. So, check them out, try a few on, see what works, see what doesn't, and good luck. Now, sometimes the shoes are on color tag sale, sometimes they're not, you just have to check the prices. But on this particular trip, I found a pair of work shoes that were on the $1 yellow tag sale, so yay cheap shoes. Now, shopping thrift stores on your own is fun, but what's even more fun is if you have friends with you. Oh hey look, there's some friends! We've got Scarlet and Onyxander here. You guys want to help me try and find some cheap garb for people?
Yes.
Alright, adventure onward. So the important thing with Goodwill is working the color tag sales. So here we got some scarves, and scarves are typically about $7 or more depending on the scarf. So here's kind of a decent silver starter scarf. And now normally we see, look at that, $7 for this scarf. Now normally $7 is way too much to pay for a scarf from Goodwill, but if we look over there, what do we see? Red tags are half off. So this $7 scarf is now $3.50, which is totally doable for a starter garb. If you are someone who likes to keep things easy breezy as you're cruising around site, then skirts might be the bottom for you. You can either leave them down to get full coverage if it's a little bit chillier, or when it starts to get warm, you can hike them up. You're going to want to look for what's called a peasant skirt. These are the skirts that have multiple tiers of fabric, as you can see here in the footage. You want something that's going to give you a nice full skirt instead of this thing that Onyx is holding up. While pretty, it's not quite suited for our time period. When it comes to pants, one of the first places I look is in the pajamas section. You can usually find full cotton pants in various colors and patterns here. It's important that you look for cotton or linen, especially if you're planning on wearing them during the hot events, because natural fibers will breathe a whole lot better than your synthetics. Scrubs are also an excellent selection for beginning pants. They come in a lot of different colors, a lot of different sizes. They usually have pockets, which is also a bonus. And don't be afraid to use a little fabric dye if you're going for a specific color. If you don't quite find what you're looking for in the clothing sections, but you're handy with a needle and thread or a sewing machine, then you might consider looking in the linen section for fabric. Whether it's old bed sheets or curtains or pillow shams, you can find a lot of really great fabric for not a lot of money. Occasionally you can find big sections of fake fur like this one. It's priced a little bit too much, but you might get lucky sometimes and find that it's on color sale. Or if you're looking for some bedding to be used only with camping, checking out the bedding section is a great place to find a gently used comforter that you only use a few times a year. And I know this is getting off topic from garb, but if you're in Goodwill and they have rugs, it is worth the time to go and check them out. Sometimes they carry cheap retail rugs, but occasionally you get lucky and you find a donated rug like this monstrosity for, in this case, about $35. You don't want to pay much more than that because you can usually find them for no more than $30 or $40 on places like Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp or any of the number of community buy and sell groups out there. We are back from Goodwill. Oh my goodness, look at all of this stuff that I found. There's a lot. Obviously, I am not expecting each and every one of you to go out and buy a bunch of different articles of clothing like this. I just bought a bunch so that I can put together a bunch of different outfits. Ideally, each of them coming in under 20 bucks. That's a good benchmark that I think a lot of people can hit. Let's start going through some of what we got. White button-up shirts are a dime a dozen, especially if you're looking in the women's plus size section. So, for all you beautiful pirate people who are a little bit on the larger side, there are options. Men and women can go check that out. What do you do with a basic button-up shirt like this? Well, there's a few different things you can do. First of all, you can tea-dye it if you don't want it white and get, various shades of, brownish. You can cut the sleeves off to give yourself just a vest. You can cut the collar off if you don't want a collar. There are endless options for what you can do with a basic white shirt. Next up, we have something a little bit more fitted. Look at this cute little frilly thing. For a while, some of you, especially of the female persuasion, may remember that peasant shirts and peasant skirts were all the rage. And now all of those lovely garments can be found in the local Goodwills if you know where to look and if you are patient. It's a plaid thing. Really, I just thought the colors were kind of cool. So, you're probably going to cut the sleeves off. Right now, they're just kind of tucked inside. But you would probably cut the sleeves off of this, turn it into a vest, and go with that. It's super soft, and I imagine it's going to be really comfortable to wear. So that's an option. Behold, another peasant blouse. Nice short sleeves. It feels like a cotton or a linen, so that's going to be really nice to wear in the summer events. Again, more of a peasanty blouse looking thing. This one's a little bit heavier. It's a synthetic material, so this would be ideal for your early spring or your winter events. We have your classic non-structural bustier here. Ideal for, a just getting started kind of outfit. It gets the job done and you're not going to have to spend a whole lot of money on it. More cotton blouses. I like this one because it's got little mostly detached cap sleevey things. Kind of fun to wear. We'll see how it looks on a body. And one more blouse. Nice and airy, as you can see. Excellent for those summer events where it's hot as balls and you don't want your skin exposed, but you don't want to be wearing a bunch of layers. We got a corset here. Now, occasionally you can find fashion corsets at Goodwill. Usually they're in the lingerie section. This one somehow actually feels like a really nice corset. It feels like there is steel boning in at least most of it, steel busk. The sides feel like steel. This front one here, I'm not real sure. That one might be plastic. But, you can get rid of some of the ribbons, maybe get rid of all the trim if you don't like it, do what you want to it, scuzzy it up if you want, or keep it nice if you want. Options aplenty. This one, believe it or not, $10 in the Halloween section. So, I guarantee you, whoever first bought this did not pay a mere $10. This one is a size 32, so if you are a small kind of person who wants a purple kind of corset, keep your eye out for this. Next, those scarves I was talking about. Hey, look, there were two, and both of them were on a half-price sale. So, $3.50 each for these scarves. Next, we have a skirt. Skirts are pretty good. They will get you going. Most of my garb is skirts. I don't know why, I almost never wear skirts in the real world, but for some reason I decided that as a pirate, I'm gonna wear skirts. Pretty shiny things at the bottom if you like that. If you don't, then you could take the whole thing off and just have a green peasant skirt. We have a belt. Not gonna lie, This is the first time I have seen a ring belt at Goodwill. And wouldn't you believe it, only $4. So even though it wasn't on a color sale, you bet I picked that thing up. It's not real leather, it's, cheap faux leather, pretty soft, so it may not last you too many seasons, but it'll get you going. It's a good start, and it's actually sized to fit a normal adult human being, unlike most of the belts at Goodwill I've noticed. This thing. This is just a big old curtain, but based on the color tag sale, instead of $10, it was $1, so I picked it up because this is my personal house colors, but I wanted to show you that if you're looking for fabric, Goodwill can be a really good source of that, if you are patient and you know where to look. This was in the linens section. If you're looking for fabric for walls or to disguise a tent, keep an eye out there, and if you're not picky on color, you can find a lot of really great things. Next, storage. Everyone needs storage. Look at this thing. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of damage on a corner, and, there's no lock anymore, and the idiots in pricing actually used a Sharpie directly on there. Hopefully I can get that off with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. But, $10. Bought at full price, so there's that. But, trying to find something like this retail, you are not going to pay a mere $10. Looks like it used to be owned by a child, with some stickers in it. But otherwise, other than that little bit of damage, it looks to be in really good shape. Okay, little bit of cracking there, but that can be easily fixed with some glue. Next, bottoms. Now, if you're not into the skirts, a lot of people don't really know how to dress themselves. Well, let me tell you what, there are options galore. Looking into the pajama pants section is actually a really good source, again, if you're patient, because ideally you want to find some cotton types or another synthetic that breathes pretty well. This was $1, so we're going to give it a shot. Scrub pants. These ones happen to be purple because they were $1, but there are all kinds of colors available. So if you want to just put some pants on you real quick, go check out the scrubs section. More pajama pants. These ones are cotton. Colors are fun, stripes are fun. I would wear these under a skirt to give myself a little bit more coverage in the evening if it's chilly. Plus, pockets. Pockets are important. More scrubs. Natural color. These could be dyed any which way you want. These are some larger cargo shorts with pockets all over the place. But to me, they seemed like a good piece of starter garb, even though I bought it at full price for $8. It's a good piece to start with. So, not everything has to come from the color tag section. These are some white pants. They feel like cotton, homemade, actually. So these were probably part of someone else's costume once upon a time. Also for $1. So why not? And our last piece, I'm not sure if I like it or not. I am intrigued. They are spandex pants with a built-in skirt thing. I mean, either you're gonna love this or you're gonna hate it. But I figure if you're the kind who likes to wear the jingle scarves, the jingle butt scarves, then throwing one of those over the top of this would look really great. And then plus you have some built-in pants, throw on a pair of boots, and that's the bottom half of your outfit figured out. It's worth a shot if you're looking for cheap garb. This one I bought full price, $8, but we're on an adventure. We'll see. I got a couple, dark green window valances. They were $1 each, so I'm going to do something fun with those. And this thing is a pillow sham. Looks like it was a king size. And again, only $1. Beautiful fabric. Comes with, some trim that you can use on whatever you use, or whatever you make. So that's what I found from one trip to one Goodwill. Again, you're not going to buy all of this. You're going to have an idea in your head of the kind of garments you want to find. You're going to know how much you want to spend in advance. I suggest, again, starting with about $20 and seeing what you can find from there. And if you don't find everything in one location, then either check out another Goodwill, there's usually several in any given town, or go back another weekend. My local Goodwill has its major tag sales on Sunday and Monday. Some Goodwills are only on Sunday. Check your local stores, see what their sale tags are. Usually during the week, one color goes down to $2, so if you can't make it on a weekend, you can still hit up some pretty good sales. Let's make some outfits out of these, huh? That's our Goodwill adventure. If you're interested in any of the bits of clothing that I picked up today, I'm going to be listing those in the comments down below this video. The first person to comment sold under each item will have first dibs at buying it off of me. If you liked the video, please let me know. If you have any ideas for other videos you'd like me to do, I would love to hear from you. I am looking at doing a how-to video on building some basic cargo crates in the future. So if you'd like to see that, or if there's anything else you'd like to see me cover, let me know, and I will see you later. Bye.